I am going to risk my life here in a minute. I got my Tyvek suit. And to tell you a quick story, when we first bought this property, there was a tree, kind of like these ones back here, these Doug Firs, that had some vines that were kind of wrapped around it. We were just kind of like poking around. I think we just closed on the property, and I saw this vine climbing up the tree. I was like, hey, that's not good. We should probably pull that off. Well, lo and behold, started to pull it off. And about 4 or 5 days later, I was actually at the fair. I was having a reaction to something. Poison oak. It actually put me in the hospital. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. Quite frankly, it's horrible. I got some pictures of the, what do they call it? Contact dermatitis. But best part of that whole situation is when I went in the emergency room, I got a really cool Benadryl. It's called the Benadryl cocktail. Don't drink, smoke, drugs, nothing, but that was something, I tell you what.
Man, I never had no dope like that before in my life.
Back to the story here. We have a couple trees over here. Over the last couple years, I've identified there's some patches, some sticks. You can't really see there, but I've been spraying this little corner here because it has some poison oak. It's early spring, so the buds are just starting to come out. I'm gonna hit it and hopefully knock it out. I'm out here. I'm gonna put my Tyvek suit on, and who knows, maybe in 3 or 4 or 5 days, I just may not be here. All right, so I'm out here in the forest. This is the tree that I was telling you about. That is all poison ivy. That little piece that's straggling out here, a little straggler right there, it's pulled off the tree. That is what put me in the hospital. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along there, dab that crossbow on there. But this is it, guys. This is what started this whole thing. This was a terrible deal in my life. No, I may be making a big deal out of it, but it sucked. So here we go. Alright guys, I'm gonna go strip off this Tyvek suit, throw them right in the bag, put them in the dumpster. This right here came loose on my hand. There were some pieces that was rubbing up against me, so I'm gonna go scrub the crap out of my wrist right there. The only thing that's going for me is it was a old dead piece, but from what I've read, it doesn't matter. That oil at sumac is it's like grease. It just stays around. Okay, I'll let you know in 4 or 5 days if I'm itching to die, wishing to be dead, or just dead. Who knows?
Many months later.
It has actually not been 3 or 4 months. It has actually been an entire year. Almost to the date, has it been a full year since I was out here taking out my revenge on this poison oak. Before I get you in here and take a look at it, wanted to kind of show you what I did, what I used. So I'm gonna take you over here and I'm gonna have you look at this. So this is what I used, is the crossbow. You probably won't be able to find this at your, what I call the Pumpkinhead Depot or the high-low depot. to get this at the local farm store. What I used was 2 ounces of product for every gallon of water, and that's what I spray everything with. All the stuff that I showed you up around on the ground, everything in a pump sprayer will be 2 ounces to every gallon of water. But what I did here is I take one of these little dabbers, and an old farmer trick somebody taught me was to take a concentrate and dip it in there and then dab it on over here. But so I have not been down here. This is actually the first time, so you're with me, the first time actually looking at this in over a year. So we're gonna see how this revenge looks. So let's go take a look. So we do have this right here. This is poison oak. This is poison oak, poison oak. All this is poison oak. So we have all these starts. So this is where I'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and spray all this again with the pump sprayer. But this is looking pretty good. This is where we cut her back and we dabbed everything. It's dead. We survived. I didn't die. I'm pretty happy, actually. I'm very excited to see that this thing is dying or dead. So now here's the big question. You can go ahead and typulate this down in the bottom in the comments. How am I going to get this off the tree? If anybody has any ideas, let me know. But for right now, we survived. I didn't die. We made it. And pretty excited to see this thing to the end of its life. All right, well, thanks for watching. I appreciate all your support, and we'll be back.